Hey everybody, Coach Sherwin here from AP Baller. Today our first Pro Baller feature is going to be Emily Potter, a former Utah Ute where she was the first player in school history to record more than 1,500 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 200 blocks in their career. She was ranked top 5 in Pac-12 history in shots blocked and top 15 in rebounds. She was also named to the Pac-12 All-Conference team in her sophomore, junior, and senior seasons. Not only did she play Division I basketball, but she was also a member of Team Canada senior team, and she had just completed a season over in the Czech Republic with KP Brno. With such an impressive resume of accomplishments, what more can Emily do to progress her game? Easy. Working alongside Coach Eric Sung, she wants to expand her repertoire and become a stretch 5. So our program goals for the summer will continue to improve her athleticism, but also give her some perimeter flair. Check the training day clips from her power development session. As always, we begin our program with some tendon preparation work, doing some low intensity but highly ballistic work to get those tendons strong, rigid, and able to store elastic energy. Following Emily's tendon prep work, we get into some hip mobility. Along with her hip mobility though, we do some hip activation work to ensure that her hips are stronger, firing during our power development session. If you notice, the entirety of Emily's training session is done barefoot. By training barefoot, it strengthens and stabilizes the muscles of the feet and ankle, which makes them stronger. Shoes give a lot of stability and support, but they can make the foot and ankle lazy. Strengthening the small stabilizing muscles of the feet can improve overall balance and sport performance. As we had indicated earlier about the intent of Emily's program is that we wanted to build her athleticism. Part of building athleticism is going to be having proper footwork or being able to move the feet in different situations so that she has better control, better balance, which will effectively lead to better perimeter play, whether it's ball handling, driving, or getting her shot off. This is called rhythmic pogos, and we put this in here, and we do this a lot with our athletes where we want to build their athleticism, their rhythm, and their flow. Now, you've seen some athletes that are herky-jerky with their movements. This here helps to give the athlete fluidity of movement on the court. An underappreciated movement pattern of the vertical jump is the arm swing. This is why we like to use the counter movement jump to develop the athlete's ability to generate force, using the stretch shortening cycle through counter movement jumping.
But there's time on the clock. And again, another great screen by Booker.
We want to improve Emily's arm swing, so we incorporated the use of a medicine ball, which she has to throw down. The harder she throws it down, the more force she can generate by way of the SSC, or the stretch shortening cycle. When it comes to developing our athlete's speed and power, I'm a huge fan of using oscillation or the oscillating split squat because it works on that quick change from high-low joint position, aka reflexive action. You'll also notice that Emily is working in the joint-specific angles necessary for improving sprint speed and vertical jump. On the second set of her oscillating split squat, we wanted to incorporate Achilles tendon strengthening. So you can see that we did place a plate underneath the ball of her lead foot. Now with this, she is training or improving her Achilles tendon strength and stiffness, her ankle stiffness as well. After doing much of the jump preparatory work, we move into actual jumping exercises. So here we have a prep jump into a straight leg box jump. The prep jump obviously is the hurdle hop over. She's going for minimal ground contact time. Once she lands after the hurdle hop, she's on the box with as straight a leg as possible. Power Development Day isn't strictly about vertical jump development. We are also looking at being able to improve lateral movement patterns and diagonal movement patterns. And again, with the focus of Emily's program, we want her to be able to move in all directions explosively. I'm a huge fan of this exercise for developing first step in diagonal movement pattern. As you can see, Emily is working on being explosive at a forward diagonal pattern, a lateral movement pattern, and a backward diagonal pattern. For those that are interested in incorporating this particular exercise into their training plan, top cues that you have to abide by. Number one, with the stance leg, you want to make sure you're on the ball of your foot. Number two, obviously, we want to make sure that we keep our core rigid. We want to stay strong in the movement or during the movement. And then number two, stay balanced. As you can see, Emily's shoulders stay very square. She's not bouncing up and down. Imagine you have 2 glasses of water on each shoulder and you are not spilling any water. Really like this exercise. And what I thought this brought to the table was a thing that is important for any basketball player, any athlete, is functional vertical jumping. Now, it's great to be able to run up and throw down a dunk, or if you're an undersized baller, you're grabbing the rim or whatever the case is without anybody around you. But now, can you apply that in a game? So, and even the technical footwork, the aspects of gameplay, the run up on a vertical jump, whatever distractions you have around you, can you still jump as high as possible? So this is why I like this exercise here, because we have very specific movements that she's required to do in her or for her position and still be able to jump up. So this is called a drop step box jump, with me here providing some biofeedback. You know, she's got to feel where I am, and she's going to roll up and drop step and jump up onto the box. So this again is what I like to call a functional vertical jump training or functional vertical jump exercise. So have a look and incorporate this into your plan whenever you deem appropriate. We conclude her training day with band-assisted jumps. The purpose of assisted jump training is to expose the central nervous system to faster time programs stored with the muscle tendon systems, aka building or enhancing the elastic properties of the tendon. So by now you probably figured out that the band does offload a lot of her body weight, which allows for higher volume of work without overloading her tendons. This does also provide her with the feeling of getting quicker off the ground.